found something, just a very practical tip to be incredibly helpful in winning someone over to your side of a perspective. And it simply goes like this. The best way to tell someone that they're wrong is to first tell them that they're right. The best way to tell someone that they're wrong is to first tell them that they're right. Now, if that sounds at all sort of manipulative or cynical, as I imagine it might to many of you, here's the caveat. And the caveat is critically important. When telling someone that they're right, here's the key. You actually have to mean it. You have to sincerely believe it. You have to kind of go over to their side of the position and find the rightness in their argument, because I guarantee you there is some right on whatever side that they are presenting. Based on their experience, their context. It may not be right in an absolute sense, but it's certainly right from their perspective. And if you want to win them over to your perspective, you've got to start the journey from their perspective. So the advice I would give you is when someone says, I don't buy it, or I don't believe it, or here's why this is not right, is to simply say, you know what? You're right. That's the first thing that you can say, is just acknowledge their position and mean it sincerely. You know, you're right. Then you can pivot, and pivot gently, pivot in a way that's helpful. But the funny thing is, in working with other customers like you or in other situations, we've been surprised to find that actually that's not the case. It's kind of weird, I know, but in other words, you can soften the blow, the jarring element of that new mental model, of that reframe that you're trying to present, by giving them a bridge to come with you. And I think the whole idea that really I'm trying to convey here is that really, when you're sharing new ideas, whether it's about your product or your solution, or whether it's about a business, a model, whatever it might be, or research in my case, the idea is it's really less about sharing an insight and far more about co-creating a perspective, finding a way to work with your thought partner, the person you're talking with and to build a bridge from one perspective to another. And you've got to build that bridge together. I think if you engage in a discussion and always start from the perspective not only that they may have a different way of thinking about things, but there's value in the way that they think differently about things. And then ask yourself, okay, how do I get from that position to this position that I want to present, and how do I bring them with me? And I think if you come at it from that perspective, that to find the rightness in the other perspective, it can be a powerful tool to winning people over to your perspective.